Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I now know what the problem was. I was not logging on because I did not click onto the Monday live. I clicked onto the Tuesday, and that's not the right day. So, hello. How are you doing? All right. Here we go. I'm doing good. How are you doing, Love Shine? Hello, Juanson. Hello, Elaine. How's everybody doing? I did. I had a pretty good weekend. How was your weekend, guys? We're going to start this off. So I'm going to actually start on off over here. I'm just going to go into PayPal one moment, but I think we're going to start off with um, Elaine. And let me just switch on up also at the very same time since we are here. My message. Hold on. Oh, qu'est-ce que tu fais là? Je sais pas, c'est pour moi qui l'a, je l'ai jamais eu. Ok, ben je l'ai pas. Est-ce que tu vois bien en bas? Okay. All right, here we go. Um, Hello. Okay, I'm just gonna go into PayPal 1 second. Hold on. All right. All right, here we go. All right. So here we go. I've got our beautiful Love Shine. So if you do want to post your questions, you definitely can, sweetie. And we're going to start this off with our beautiful Elaine. So Elaine, I do have your questions. Elaine, it is. Alrighty. So here we go, my beautiful Elaine. I'm just going to read your questions. How are you doing today, my beautiful Elaine, by the way? And how was your day, sweetie pie? Let's come and see. Absolutely, my beautiful Julie. Yeah, you're tired. Love Shine, if you're around, you can post your questions, okay? Awkward? Your weekend was awkward. Oh, you mean awakening. I like it was awakening. Okay. Here we go. So let's go see what I've got for you into your answers, okay? Okay. We're going to start with your dream, okay? Here we go. So Love Shine is up next. So I'm just going to Love Shine's going to be next, and we're going to have probably our beautiful Jolie. All right. So, the money dream altogether, my love. We're going to start with that one. I actually feel like it's not only about your finances altogether, but it's also about abundance. It's also about generosity. It's also about the trust that what you give is going to come back to you, if you will, multiplied. I feel like the number that you gave to me, so 1190, may not mean that the person that starts with the letter D will pay that exact amount, but it is a message from Spirit about security, but also about flow. That you'll have more than enough even after giving, maybe even after investing. So it's a little bit like a reassurance dream, if you will, that you're safe and that you're supported and your efforts are going to definitely, bear fruit. Now, so far she did like your artwork. Okay, let me go and see. As for that, let's go and see. All right, here we go. I feel like the illustration. We also have our beautiful Tea Queen that has added herself onto. Hi, my beautiful Tea Queen. I feel like your full card illustration also carries a little bit of that beautiful energy of hope. So hope, creativity, somewhat of a unique touch. I feel as though, I'm going to call this person D again, loving it is a very positive sign. As for the way that you're going to be using to actually draw the cards and everything of the such, so as for your medium, if you will, so the pencil, the crayon, the markers, the pen, I feel like that can definitely work. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about it. Especially since it creates like a raw, a handcrafted vibe, if you will. If printed, I feel like she may need to refine or kind of scan them into a higher type of quality for the card production, though. So, Spirit is saying that it is going to turn out well if you do continue with that consistency. And you're going to have to continue within the teamwork, within the collaboration. And I do believe that it will be a success. So, yes, absolutely, sweetie. As for your dreaming about why crying and you wanting to kiss her, shows like there is a little bit of that mix of that energy, if you will. It reflects the push and the pull bond that you still feel. And I feel like parts of you want to heal her pain. And I do say her pain, but I feel like the dream also shows unresolved emotions between the both of you. So it's a little bit of your subconscious, if you will, kind of showing the pull of love mixed with the sadness at the same time. That's what that is actually showing. As for why right now, as for why at this moment, I feel like we're a little bit into that energy of a little bit like hermit energy, where we're kind of pulling on back a little bit inward. I feel like it's quiet. Like she does think of you, but it does come with confusion. I feel like her thoughts are about the bond that both of you shared. And I sense that there's moments where she wonders, like the what if. But I do not feel as though she's completely 100% detached, but she's not moving forward neither. So kind of feel like she's a little bit like you, a little bit kind of sitting down into a certain reflection every once in a while. But I honestly do feel like she's been working a lot onto herself and onto that forward movement. Now, from now until September, which is not all that far, my sweet love, I feel like somewhat of a shift is coming. Life is not necessarily going to stay stuck. You can expect different type of opportunities, especially some that are coming more from a creative kind of a sign. I feel like there is a shift that is coming. Like life is not going to stay stuck there. But you can definitely expect opportunities, especially creative ones, to open on up. I also do see some strength. I see a reminder that you're going to handle challenges with more inner power, even when things feel like they could be a little bit heavier. So overall, I feel like this period is about laying down those foundations. I feel like it's balancing work, but I also feel like it's slowly seeing the rewards, both onto the emotional side, a little bit onto not necessarily the financial side, but more onto the working side, if you will. So more onto the working onto yourself, onto that forward movement and everything of the such, sweetie pie. That's what I see as coming towards you, my love. That's what I mean, Elaine. Yes, that's what I mean, sweetie. What is that? You're watching The Conjuring too, sweetie? All right. Let's go see our beautiful love shine. I know you're always into it. What's to clarify? So Spirit is pushing you to go for it with an honor from the dream, right? Well, Spirit is not pushing you to do anything. Spirit is saying to you that it is a good way, that it is something that could be quite good and quite profitable for you. So if you do want to go on forward with it, why not? Because even if it might not be the best financial move ever, it is definitely going to be giving you some good. It's going to give you some work. It's going to give you a different type of perspective. It's going to keep you busy. It's going to refine different type of skills. It's going to do a lot of good things for you. So into the meanwhile, it's a beautiful project. It's a great project. Why not? That's what Spirit is trying to say for you, sweetie. Hi, Elaine. How are you doing, sweetie? The other Elaine. Nice to see you, sweet one. We're going to put over here a timestamp for Love Shine. Hi, Tink. How are you doing? Love Shine is going to be at 16:30. I'm just going to go into PayPal 1 second. How are you doing, Tink? It is nice to see you. Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm just going to get the list as it is. Okay. So Love Shine is first, as next. Then we're going to go and see MZ. Then we're going to go and see T Clean. I'm also going to go and see Yvonne. And then we also do have our beautiful Tank. So if anybody does need any type of timestamp that we don't know about, please let us know. I do have T Clean. I do have Yvonne. I have everybody's questions, actually. So we're all good. Okay, so let's start this off with Love Shine. Yeah. Oh, do you have your questions? What are your questions, sweetie? I see you're a little bit later, my beautiful Elaine. You'll come back at the end. Okay. See you a little bit later, sweetie. Hi, sweetie. Thank you, Banks. No, she's not stuck with you. She has the ideas. She has ideas that are still there, sweetie pie. Yeah, no, she's not stuck onto you. There are different type of memories that she still thinks about every once in a while. I feel like there are things from the connection that might not have been 100% completed as much on your side as onto hers. That's what I see it more. She's more into the reflection of who she is, my beautiful Elaine, and moving on forward. All right. Love Shine, whenever you're ready, you can post your questions if there is anything in specific. While I'm waiting for your questions, I am going to go and see Julie. So I'm going to go and see you, my beautiful Julie. Let us know if you are here, sweetie pie. So Julie, into the meanwhile, is going to be at 2015, waiting for our beautiful Love Shines questions. Hi, Julie. It's just a second, Julie. I'll be with you a moment. Love Shine it's almost your turn. I'm going to go on find. I was going to place you because I didn't find Love Shine's questions, but not a problem. Here we go. So I'm sorry for the timestamp. The timestamp is going to be for Love Shine, and you are going to be at 22 minutes and 30 seconds. You'll be up in about 2 minutes, my beautiful Julie. I'll send you a message in just a few seconds. So here we go. Looking for the hearts. Don't see the hearts and don't see the fingers. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So, Mark's done up until sleep with wife and Amy. Alrighty. Mark's done up until sleep with wife. I do have our Fool. I do have some restings. I don't have a lot of frustrations. Look, the Fool is wanting to jump on into like new different little things, but I do have some resting that is happening over here where not too much is happening. I do have our Page of Cups, so there is some tenderness, there is some caring, there is some sweetness that is there. I don't honestly see any frustrations. I feel like things are going well for both of them. So Yeah, so I'm going to say things with the wife today, they're going quite well. They're going fine, sweetie pie. Um, with Amy. With you, he is happy. Do you have our Nine of Cups? Also, do you have our Wheel of Fortune? It's like if he's a little bit into his place at this moment where things are going basically well, I'm going to say. Honestly, my love, there is love for you. There is happiness with you. We want to continue what we're doing. So, sweetie pie, maybe with you or maybe with her. I'm going to say today is a good day. I don't see any issues. There's nothing bad. There is happiness. There is contentment. There is a desire to continue in both ways, with you or with her. So, you say he's in Vegas for conferences. What is he doing? Ace of Swords. He is thinking, he is wondering. I do have our Two of Cups. I feel like he has a lot of hopes. He has a lot of wants and a lot of desires towards this conference. Now, when he is away, he's not doing anything in specific. He's not going to meet up with somebody else, or he's not going to be doing anything sexual with anybody else. It's not the point of it. But I do feel as though he still, nothing is going to change within his love towards you. Honestly, it is really about work, but it is about work. It's about thoughts. It's about ideas, but it's also about a lot of things that he would like to be happening, a lot of his desires that he is wanting and hoping that this conference is actually going to be quite good for him. So I feel like he's basically looking for some type of an advancement some type of a career advancement. It could be within clients, it could be within ideas, it could be within projects, something he is hoping coming from that. Um, Here we go. His thoughts on Amy and tarot. I don't know about you guys, but summer is slowly slipping away. It was so cold yesterday. We could open up our windows. It was 4 degrees this morning. 4 degrees. That's how cold it was. That's almost frost. Yeah. All right. So, what I'm getting over here into his thoughts on Amy. I see over here wanting opening on up. I'm seeing him over here wanting to talk with you. I see him wanting to be more open towards you. I see him actually really just wanting to connect with you a little bit more. I feel as though whenever he is around you, he kind of feels like everything is possible. A certain, if you will, a certain connection where we could put it a little bit into the way of like some type of intoxication. Whatever is possible could be possible and could happen. And I feel like he likes that. Into his messages for you into the tarot. From what I can see over here is the Queen of Wands followed by the Hierophant and our 7 of Wands. He is wanting to be able to spend more time with you. I feel as though at this moment in time, honestly, you represent a lot for him. You represent movement, you represent passion, you represent love. You also represent a certain authority figure into a certain way because he knows that there's things that you want and things that you don't want. So there is a certain control that is somewhat over there. But he wants you to know that into his life whenever he wants to move on forward, whenever he wants to feel loved and cared for, it is you that he goes to. That being said, we are going to go and see our beautiful Julie at this moment.
Est-ce qu'il y a des trucs pour désinfecter?
Non, c'est-tu percé là?
Non.
Pas encore? Okay, hold on just a second, guys. Hold on. Mais là, l'aiguille est dans son lit ou quoi?
Oui.
Arc!
Non, mais elle est pas toute plantée.
Arc!
Et là, tu regardes.
Arrête, t'as-tu mangé? That is so disgusting. T'as rien mangé, ton père est encore là?
Non, mais je suis pas en bas, là. Je suis en haut. Je suis au divan. Ouais.
Ah, tiens, Anne, ça. Va leur donner ça. Tiens, avec des cotton balls. Non, 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 non. Moi, je travaille. Bol en bas, s'il vous plaît. Dans la cuisine. Merci. I'm sorry, guys. I'm back. I'm going to come and see our beautiful Julie. All right. I had to go and get some peroxide. You were looking at your shrimps. What happened with your shrimps, sweetie? They were equal for you as much as for her today. Yes, they were. But are they changing? I don't believe they are. I don't believe they are. Excuse-moi. Il fallait que je parte 2 instants parce qu'il fallait aller chercher du Péroxine. J'ai trouvé du Péroxine. Non, ça a l'air qu'elle a une aiguille à moitié dans le nez. C'est tout ce que je sais. And then what do you mean that he's giving her good attention today, like he was giving you good attention, is what I'm gathering from this. Yeah. He's not giving her something. He's giving her attention. He's giving her attention like he gives to you. He's not being mean with her. They're not fighting. They're not into an arguing or a toxic type of a place today. He's not giving her, they're not having socks. They're not into the most fantastic relationship, but the relationship is good today. That's what I can see. Yeah. Well, he does love her into his own way, Love Shine. He does. I can't say he doesn't love her. He does love her into his own way, sweetie. I can't say he doesn't. He doesn't love her into the way that he loves you, but he still does care for her. Yeah. No, I know he's not at home. But even if he's not at home, he can love her like he's not at home, and he can love you when he's not close to you into the same kind of a way. They're not arguing. They're not frustrated. They're having a good rapport today. Things are going good is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. All right. So our beautiful Julie, you are back. Here we go. Julie, you're going to be at 3840. And here we go. Let's go and see for our beautiful Julie. Julie, just 1 second. Let's do this, let's do that, let's do that. Let's go over here and let's go get Julie's questions. So... All right. Hi, Big Cleo. Nice to see you, sweetie. So you're going to stay passive and you are going to wait for Mike to reach out and set up your meeting. Yes, here we go. Up next, by the way, is going to be T Clean and Yvonne, followed out by Tink. So T Clean, Yvonne, Tink, Banks, and Big Cleo. Here we go. So beautiful, Julie. Let us know, my beautiful T Clean, if you're here, which I don't think you are. Yvonne also, and Tink. So I'm actually going to have to say beautiful choice for you, my beautiful Julie, for being into the place that you're deciding to stay into. Yeah. I feel as though you're into a place where Mike feels that there is that stillness that is there. I feel like it makes him feel aware. It makes him aware, actually, that the energy is now into his hands. I feel like it pulls him, if you will, to step up. He doesn't see it as you being cold in any kind of way. Instead, I feel like it really makes him kind of sense your quiet confidence. And deep down, he knows that you're also quite excited about, you know, the whole deal about the dates and everything of the such. So I feel like your energy speaks so much more louder than your words. And he feels your anticipation, even if you're silent. So I said, don't worry about it, my sweetie pie, at all. So how's it going to be? Since it's been a while since, how's it going to feel? And do you look any different? I don't believe you look any different. And that's why he loves you the way that you are. Yeah. All right. All right, so I feel like when he first sees you again after a while, I feel like it's going to be somewhat of a clarity into a certain way. Things are going to make more sense for him, if you will. I feel like his heart, I don't want to say it's like, I don't know why, I feel like, you know, the Grinch, his heart kind of grows. And I don't want to say it's that kind of way because it makes it sound like his heart is very small, but it's not what I mean. I just mean that it's going to be growing. It's going to be more. So I feel like it's going to be a fresh wave of emotions that are going to be there, that are going to rise. It's been a certain amount of time, but there's been a certain amount of time along with the expectation that kind of goes along with it. So I feel like along with it, he's going to feel the joy and he's going to feel the comfort and he's going to feel the affection. He's going to feel all of that at once. So to him, you don't look no different. You don't. He has a perception of you. He has an idea of you. And to him, you look radiant, probably even softer or more glowing than what you usually do. So he's not going to think, oh, you look different into any kind of negative kind of a way. But he is going to think that you are just becoming more and more magnetic. You're becoming more beautiful into his eyes every time he sees you. Why? Because you are offering to him and you guys are grounding each other and he's figuring out more and more that importance that you have into his life and how much you actually give to him. So it's going to remind him of why he actually feels so drawn to you. So, in short, what I'm trying to say is that the distance, the silence, if you will, isn't a distance. That is more power. When you guys meet, it's going to be like his heart is going to a little bit like skip a beat. And he's going to see the beautiful lady that he adores, but with, I'm going to say, more of a stronger type of a vibe that's going to be there. That's what I can see into it. You look what? You look a little pudgy. You do not. Julie, sweetie pie. I think he looks like a Grinch and he hates Christmas. Oh, well, maybe you're getting a cold. It doesn't mean that you're pudgy. Oh, my dear gosh. Sweetie pie. It is my pleasure, sweetie. It's going to come soon, sweetie. Stay into your power, my love. It is the best place to be into. Let me go and see into the meanwhile for our beautiful Tea Clean. Tea Clean is on up next at 48 minutes. And here we go. Okay, here we go. You stop smoking! Wait. You stop smoking your cigarettes. You're smoking some natural. Okay, only when you do. Almost 12 days now. Good for you. And you're going to get off of it again. Good for you, my sweetie pie. I am loving. Yes. Yes. Okay, hold on. Anaël, est-ce que les filles sont parties? Ah. All right. Here we go, my beautiful love. So we are currently with Tea Clean. keep clean. First of all, congratulations, sweetie. 12 days, no cigarettes, huge achievement, sweetie pie. I feel as though you're going to be entering into a place where there's healing, where there's renewal, where there's a certain hope that is returning. Now, you actually gaining back different little things within you, let's say like the smelling that had kind of a little bit kind of gone away, is a little bit of your body's way of cleansing. It's a little bit of your body's way, but your spirit's way also of celebrating, if you will, your progress. I know that you're still a little bit into the transition step, but I'm definitely going to say try to stick into that as much as you possibly can. Yeah, so I do see you getting off of that machine again. I do. And I do feel as though the energy is moving on forward towards a victory, towards somewhat of a beautiful forward movement for you. It's not going to be something that is overnight, but I feel as though your willpower and the changes that you're making now are already making that move towards that freedom altogether. So what I'm going to say is overall, I feel like your energy between now and what's going to be coming up, let's say into the following month, is something that is very strengthening. Okay. I feel like you're proving to yourself how powerful you are. I feel like you need to keep on celebrating all those little wins that are along the way, because I feel like there are some big shifts that are coming towards you. So yes, you are healing. Yes, you are moving towards more independence. But yes, I do also feel like the universe is actually quite proud of you in many different kind of ways. So I feel like there's different type of ideas that are coming towards you. I feel as though we're more into a place where at the very same time, you're feeling more happy, you're feeling more content. I still feel like there's some energies that are a little bit around you that you kind of want to rid of that might not be always of the most positive energies, but I know that you're working through it. I do feel like you could be feeling a little bit overwhelmed also every once in a while. But other than that, I'm going to say you're good. I do want you to be careful for somebody who seems to be a man who's going to be refusing to compromise onto something. So there's somebody around you who kind of wants to just not compromise. So be a little bit careful for that. But other than that, stay into your power, stay into your wants, stay into your desires, because that's going to really bring you what it is that you want over here and what it is that you need. Financially, I still see things being quite stable, not much movement. The movement is really coming from your healing, from your person, from the people around you. More happiness coming on in, more stability, more healing. The only thing I'm going to say really over here is to be careful with that person who doesn't necessarily want to offer, any compromises. And I do still feel like you're doing fantastic, but there's still a little bit of work left to be done because I still do see a couple of little struggles along the way. So stay very strong with that, my sweetie pie. And I'm going to give you an angel message. And again, congratulations for your beautiful efforts. They're going to the best way, sweetie. Your angels are very proud of the strength that you have shown. Every small step is a victory. Trust that you're never alone, always that you are loved and you're protected and you're surrounded as always. Let's go and see over here our beautiful... Oh no, what is this? This is so weird. Hold on, guys. YouTube has been... I don't know. I think you guys can still hear me. YouTube has been really weird today. It's been asking me to verify that it's me. I don't know how many times. I have to scan stuff. Hold on, guys. Through my phone to prove that it is me before it actually logs me in. So hopefully all's good and I didn't lose anybody. Everybody is still there. You can still hear me. I passed the test. It is so strange. I don't know why it's doing that today. Vraiment non.
Non, mais c'est pas ça. J'ai juste une question.
Oh, je suis vraiment pas
Est-ce
ça.
que je peux aller faire un promenade avec Evelyne?
Oui, tu peux. Adios, amigos. Bye.
Okay.
Be
Je
good.
suis avec Prince, ok?
Ok.
Je reviens.
Ok. Je t'aime. À tantôt, B. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. It asked me. It logs me out. I got to scan stuff with my phone to get in. It is the weirdest stuff. All right. So, Yvonne. Here we go. Yvonne is going to be at 57 minutes. And Yvonne, here we go. Tink, let us know if you're here. Tink and Banks are going to be on up next. All right, Yvonne. Let me just go switch it on up. Hold on. Should you trust D? Should you trust D, and how would it go to the trip to Canada? Ooh. Okay. Hello, beautiful Yvonne. All right, so Tink, you're next. Let us know if you're here, followed out by Banks. All right. Sweetie pie. Should you trust D, and how would it go to the trip? First of all, into your general, I see you being into a certain power. I see you holding on to something, but I also see somewhat of an offer or something as such that might not necessarily go through into the way that you would like it to. So there is something like an offer or something that is not passing on through over here, or maybe not into the way that you would like it to. Do you have people that are around you who can be a little bit manipulative? You definitely do, and we can see it over here with the devil. It seems to be somebody over here who is offering something towards you. So we're going to go and look at that into a few moments, but I'm just going to say be careful for the type of offers that you will get or that you would receive, because I feel as though you have to watch out for them. All right. Other than that, I'm going to say finances are at a certain stability. I don't necessarily see anything happening within love. I really see more of a stagnation into your projects, into how you're moving on forward, and a little bit of you needing to be careful for the people that are around you. So generally speaking, that's giving you a little bit of an idea. Money, it is the same. Love, it is the same. But be careful of your surroundings. Now, talking about your surroundings, you say, should you trust D? And how would your trip go to Canada? So, should you trust D altogether? No. No, because whoever this person is towards you, they're like in competition with you into some kind of a way. There's something that they're wanting. It's like you're always going to have to a little bit fight for justice, fight for what is right, what is yours, what is not yours, and everything of the such. So whoever this person is towards you, there is some type of competition over here. And I don't necessarily feel like it's going to go into the way that you would like it to. So it's like an ongoing battle where you always have to keep, let's say, your head above water. So should you trust D? I'm going to say, just be careful, because I don't really feel like this person, like I said, I feel like they're a little bit in competition with you into a certain way. How would the trip to Canada go altogether? The trip to Canada, I'm going to say, you will have different little decisions that you're going to have to make here and there that could... I'm basically going to say it's going to be good. It's going to be okay, but it's not going to be perfect. You'll have a couple little decisions here and there that you will have to make that will not necessarily be all that clear. So, yeah, it's going to be okay. Like, if you're wondering, should I go? I will definitely say yes, do go. There's no real reasons for you not to go. But is it going to be a 100% smooth kind of a trip? Not quite. Now, should you trust G? Now, much caution advised for G, whoever this person is in regards to you. Something having to do with finances. So G is a problem financially speaking. Maybe if you do work with them, maybe they could try to take something from you, advance you in some kind of a way. So be careful for G. So, you know, when I did your general, you have people around you who could be manipulating you. Be careful. As for the boss could manipulate you into a different kind of way. Your boss is a little bit selfish, and your boss could try to manipulate you into certain ways to maybe try to convince you to do different things into a certain way, but that's pretty much all that it is. It's not anything huge, it's not anything big, it's not anything grandiose. If you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it, and that's it. And it's going to be okay. But he could kind of use a little bit like a guilt trip, kind of a way of making you do something, if that makes any sense to you. So he could try to manipulate you into more of an emotional kind of a way, but nothing much more. There's nothing physical, there's nothing financial, nothing of the such. And at the very worst, if you don't want to do it, you just don't want to do it. There's not going to be any repercussions necessarily coming from it. Does that make any sense, my beautiful Yvonne, before I move on forward? Yeah. You think Georgia will interfere with the adjustment onto your pay, right? Yeah, so just be a little bit careful for that, okay, sweetie? Yeah. I am, however, going to go and see Tink over here. Tink is going to be at 107. So just, my beautiful Yvonne, just be careful for that, okay? Banks, you're going to be on up next. Current feelings towards you. Okay, let's go see. All right, let's go figure this out. Yeah, you're a sweetie pie for reposting. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Okay. So my beautiful banks, you're going to be on up right after Tink. So what is happening with the feelings? What do we got? Ooh, 2 other people, huh? Yeah. Okay, look. This is what I'm seeing over here, my beautiful Tink. I feel as though the feelings that we have at this moment, I'm still going to say that we do have feelings that are towards you that we don't want to let you go, but I do feel like we're definitely playing a game with other people over here. I'm actually getting us wanting to be really, really quite in control of the situation on all sides in all different kind of ways. So we're wanting to control the situation. I feel as though we have a lot of envy, a lot of wants, a lot of desires. I feel like ultimately this is going towards somewhat of an incompletion where you're not going to get necessarily what you want. I do see a tower moment, and I do see like new directions, almost like if you're going to decide this person's not going to be good for me and I'm going to move on forward into a new direction because this is not really giving me what it is that I want or what it is that I feel that I need. So I'm going to say towards you, we still have the wants and the desires and we're still highly interested, but we're also interested into other people, which are going to create different type of consequences of basically you saying, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to do something else. This is just not good for me. I'm not getting what it is I want because he's playing the field a little bit too much. So I'll take on another card and go and see, but from what I can see at this moment, this is what I got, sweetie. I know it's really not what you want. The Fool, the 5 of Cups, there's 7 of Swords, followed out by our Justice. Yeah. You're going to want to find your own justice into this because you're ultimately not getting what you want, sweetie pie. You're going to end up walking away because he's not giving you what you want. And you're not binded. You're not stuck into anything into this connection. Is he going to face karma? Well, everybody ends up facing for karma. It's all a question of how he's going to and when it's going to be happening. We all face karma for everything that we do. So to answer your question, he will at some point in time. The way that he is going to end up facing it is that he's not going to have the completion. He's not going to have the answers, and he's going to ultimately be left somewhat alone facing his own little challenges. He's going to at some point truly fall in love with somebody, and well, that person's going to do the same thing that he's been doing to everybody else, playing around with people's emotions. It's probably not going to be happening, though, for the following, I'm going to say, 18 months or so, my love. I'm sorry, sweetie. Banks is going to be at 111. A general, absolutely. Let's go and see what we've got for you, Interior General. Big Cleo is going to be on up next. And then we're going to go and see Big Cleo. All right, sweetie. I feel like the energy around you at this moment, my dear Banks, is one where there's cycles that are shifting. Certain changes that are coming on in. And I feel like that sense that life is a little bit kind of turning a corner. You might be feeling a little bit uncertain at different times, but I feel as though Spirit is saying that these changes are opening, if you will, different doors for you, but I feel like they're opening new doors for you, and I feel like it's going to bring new growth, ultimately new opportunities that are, coming towards you. I feel like there's more healing energy. I feel like there's more hope returning. I feel like there's a reminder for you, though, to stay connected to your faith, to your wants, to your desires, to what your heart truly does want and profoundly wants. I know that it kind of feels like the process is a little bit slow, but it's definitely going into the direction that you need it to be into. But I feel like Spirit is asking you to be patient, to be resilient, to really just hold on to that inner power. You're much stronger than what you realize, and I feel like Spirit wants you to keep on trusting into yourself, because I feel like the path ahead, somewhere around probably the third week of September, end of September, you're going to see that there is more relief, that there's new beginnings, that there's somewhat of a new light that is coming on through. There's more fairness or more truth that's coming your way also. But I do feel as though there's a lot of spiritual work. There's a lot of work being done upon you. I do want you to be careful for people who could offer different things to you, but who might not be all that serious about it, or who might kind of offer in return some type of a deception. So do be careful for that. And be careful also within, I'm going to say, your ideas and your thoughts and the way that you bring things forward. Just be careful that whenever you do bring them on forward, that they're forward into a nice, into a balanced kind of a way. So nothing too chaotic. All right? And if you stay into those realms or into those boundaries, you'll have a beautiful couple of weeks coming on forward towards you. Not too much movement as big movement, but sometimes the smallest little movements are the best movements that we can have, and they give us the best results altogether. So don't let go, sweetie. Keep on being strong. Hello, Big Cleo. Oh, thank you. You posted there. Got you. Now I'm just going to go over here. Make sure everything is okay. Perfect. All right, so Big Cleo it is. We're going to put a timestamp. Oh, what's your question, my beautiful Elaine? You can post it right away, sweetie. What would you like to know? $115. Here we go. No, not Elaine Tat. I'm talking about Elaine, Lisa Simpson. Yeah. All right. All right. Good night, my beautiful Elaine. I'm just gonna take out my pendulum. Hold on. Answer as usual. I got you, sweetie. Here we go. Okay. For a few days last week. Okay. For a few days last week, you don't think Pond went to your page profile, but yesterday he went at least twice, and each time he spent some time on your profile page, right? And this morning too. Okay, let me go see. Okay, so I'm going to go and find out, did P go onto Big Cleo's Facebook page into the last few days? That is a yes. Did he go yesterday? Did P go yesterday? That is a yes. Did he spend a lot of time onto the profile page of Big Cleo? That is a yes. And did he go onto Big Cleo's page this morning also? I ultimately do see a yes onto that one too. Could you please let me know how many times this morning we went onto the page? I'm seeing 2 to 3 times, my love. I'm seeing 2 to 3 times, sweetie. All right. Okay, I'm gonna start. I don't know. I'm gonna go back down and scroll on down in just a few moments. It's just I want to stick into your questions. Here we go. All right. All right. All right. I do feel as though he has been looking. Okay. I know that you say that you feel like he has been, and I'm not saying that he's been looking a lot. Until the last few days, whenever we did look, we did see that he had been looking, but he had not been looking all that much. I do feel as though he does have a lot of things onto his mind that he is doing at this moment, but you're still into his mind, you're still into his thoughts, he's still looking. He's just not looking as much as he usually does. So that's into regards to the other days before, right? All right. I feel as though, my sweetie pie, I do feel as though, and we can see over here again, he appeared into the other cards a moment ago, and he's appearing into the same place at this moment. Yes, he has been looking at your pages today. Now, this little lady I have to hide because she's got physical issues. Okay, but there's no doubt about it, okay? He did look. I'm going to say I am seeing between 2 to 3 times. So I will say between 2 to 3 times. The pendulum said pretty much a little bit of the same thing into those times. So it is a yes in regards to him looking at your page. Yesterday, we're going to go and see about this morning also. As for looking today, Wheel of Fortune is coming on through. I'm going to say we're looking today also, but we're not looking as much as we necessarily did yesterday. But are we looking today? We definitely are. So I don't feel as though, I do not feel, I know that you're kind of thinking, oh my God, he's not looking as much as he usually does. What is happening? Am I losing him? And so on, so on, so on. But no, like I've said, he just has a lot of things onto his plate. He has a lot of things that he is doing, but he is still looking. He might be a little bit more discreet. He might be a little bit less on it or not as long onto it, but he's still looking. He still wants it. So he's still into that continuum. And that's in line with what you saw. I'm going to go and see if that truly is Pong yesterday who looked. Now I'm down into the chat. Hold on. No, I did yesterday also. Yesterday he did look also. Yeah. Answer your question over here. You say, was it really him last night that went to your page at least 3 separate times? I am seeing a beautiful yes over here, sweetie. Is your candle work working for your intentions towards Pong? Will Pong approach you privately in time to come? Thank you, my beautiful Lilith. Juanton is up next, so we're going to be closed after my sweetie pies. Your candle work is moving on forward, but a little bit into a mixed kind of a way. All right. I feel like it's working, but I feel like the energy is not completely through. You usually have to leave a good, I'm going to say 3, it goes all the way to 3 months. It could go even more before the energy actually passes on through. So I feel like you're going to have to be patient with the energy as it's following on through and as it's doing its beautiful magic. I feel like sometimes there could be some intentions that are not 100% clear. So do be a little bit careful for that into your moving forward, into what you believe into. So make sure that your intentions are nice and strong, and I will say it will continue to move on forward. For the moment, I do feel as though it is moving into the right direction, just at a slow kind of a pace. All right. Sweetie pie. 4 of Pentacles, getting our 3 of Cups, and also getting our Hermit. Yes, he is still coming to see you, and he is still going to come and see you privately, my love. Possibly to ask him too if he's approaching. Yes. Hi, Annalyn. How are you doing, sweetie pie? So will he approach our beautiful big Cleo privately? And I'm also getting a yes, sweetie. So there you go. If you hurry up, my beautiful Elaine, because we are going to be closing on up. So if you hurry up and send out your questions, you may. Mm-hmm. Okay, Lisa, here we go. Let me go and see. Yvonne, you say they are going to offer you a position that pays more, so you will get a pay increase. But Georgia is just being weird, and Diana as well. They are your friends either way. Either way, Andrew, will they interfere? From what I can see, my beautiful Yvonne, yes, my love. From what I can see, yes. Yes, my love. So I'm going to say to be careful with that, okay? I will say yes, they will still. Hi, my beautiful Diane. Nice to see you. Elaine, Lisa Simpson, sweetie. Let me go and see. Hold on. How long will it be till you find a tech job? Your job is shutting facilities down and you're about to start looking quick. You're still interested into, yeah, the Scrum Master. You the rugby stuff, right? All right, let's go and see. Mm-hmm. All right. So we do have over here a Queen of Swords. We do also have our King of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Two of Cups, followed out by our Empress. Sweetie Pie, I'm gonna say start looking right away. I'm gonna say if you start looking right away and you work really, a lot, you put a lot of time into it, I'm going to say that you could probably find a job within the following 3 to 5 weeks. So I'll say 3 to 5 weeks, sweetie. Yeah. Yeah. Is it going to be into the tech? I don't believe that's going to be in tech. I believe that the job you're going to find into the following 3 to 5 weeks will be a job that is not necessarily in, like, I don't feel like it has to do with what it is that you want or what it is that you want to go or move on forward with. So I'm going to say is going to be a job into a nonsense kind of a thing. Something that is in between of what you have right now, what you want, but just something into the in between. That's what I can see over here for you, my love. So I'm not going to say that this is going to be your ideal job, that it's going to be exactly what it is that you want. It's not what I'm seeing, but I feel like it's more of a transitionary kind of a thing, sweetie. Mm, I'm gonna go and see Juanson into the meanwhile. Big Cleo, I'm wishing you a lovely evening, sweetie. Yeah, you're gonna keep both. It's my pleasure, sweetie. Does she? No, she doesn't love you into that kind of way, sweetie. She doesn't, my love. Yeah. Yes, Lilith, please. Yes. So, my beautiful Elaine, how does Y feel about your email you just sent her and ask how she is doing and I want to check on her? Sweetie Pie, I honestly feel that you're probably not. Does she? Yeah, yeah, we are, Juanson. Does she usually send you? Does she usually write back to your emails? Yeah. Um. No, I don't feel as though she will. I've honestly, sweetie pie, if you want to go back into and have some type of a connection with her at some point in time, I would say it would probably be best to just cut the connection altogether. Don't send her messages, don't, nothing. It's not necessary. If she's not going to write back to you, then that is just you sending your energy out, but you're not getting reply. It's empty. You're not getting what you need. You're not getting your answers. I feel as though she's kind of used. I'm getting over here that she's used to receiving these type of messages or these type of things from you. And I feel as though she doesn't really know what to do with them and so doesn't necessarily answer. I feel like there's a lack of teamwork. There's a lack of wanting to respond on back. I don't feel like she wants to hurt you. I don't feel like she wants to create any problems, but I don't feel like she has any answers for you. So, I feel personally myself that we're into a place where she honestly, if you just did your thing and she did hers, maybe in a year or two, you guys, you could send a message out and there'd be healing, there would be a closing, there'd be something. But I feel like it's a lingering energy that is there. She doesn't want to hurt you. And then they kind of feel like it's just the energy is staying there. It's not leaving. It's just stuck. And I need you to unstick and I need her to do her thing too. So you guys can maybe come back together as friends and discuss about things at some point in time is what I'm trying to say. So I'm seeing a lack of teamwork. I'm seeing over here she doesn't really necessarily know what to write, but it seems to be a little bit maybe redundant into different kind of things. And this is not me saying it's what I'm getting in the messages. Things that can kind of come on back. I don't feel like she wants to open up at this moment. So I'm going to say a friendship, yes, but like I've always said, into the future. But I would just let it be the way that it is at this moment. I feel as though, yeah. All right, hold on. I'm going to go and answer your other question. Um, As a friend, but at this moment, I feel like she needs to have her time a little bit. Yeah. I just feel like she needs to have a little bit of time, is what I'm getting. She needs to have time to heal. Hi, Sean, sweetie. Hold on. Yeah, and did she receive it yet? You're going into the box, Swanson? What are you doing? Why are you putting yourself into a box? Did she receive it yet? I will say yes. Qu'est-ce qu'il y avait? Je t'aime. Essayez de ranger le salon, je suis sûre qu'il est bordel. Oui. Essayez pas comme maman l'aime, arrangez-le s'il vous plaît, je t'aime. Ah oui, je t'aime. Ferme la porte, bébé. Attends. Je t'aime. Je t'aime, Minnie. Ok, Minnie. Oh no. What happened? It says, oh snap. I'm sure you guys can hear me, but it just kind of disconnected. Sweetie pie. Yes, heal from her stuff. Heal from her stuff, my beautiful. Yes. So, did she receive it? Yes, I will say yes, my beautiful love. How is she doing? She's doing okay. Like I said previously, I feel like she's into a place where she's moving forward. She's understanding. I feel as though she's trying to understand herself more. I feel like she's trying to gain a little bit more strength. I feel like she's trying to balance out her life altogether. So she's on to the ultimate search of who she is and how she's moving forward, sweetie. Yeah. Good for you. Get the car color you want, my dear Sean. Absolutely, sweetie. Mm-hmm. You get the color of car you want, sweetie. I'm going to go and see what's into the meanwhile. So you've been having a very good and relaxing weekend. Your trip was very relaxing. Yeah, you had beautiful pictures. Oh, nice. I haven't saved it yet. Okay. Now you could only what? If you could only spook him. Yeah, I know. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Let's go over here. All right. Love energy feels like you're onto a certain path. Well, yes, there is healing. Yes, there is a little bit of holding on. Yes, there's a little balancing, but there's a lot of happiness. There's a lot of good things. So I'm going to say good things to come ahead. I'm going to say there's sweetness around you. I'm going to say there's loving energy that is around you also. I feel as though you are moving on forward. I feel like there's brighter horizons. I feel like things are going to start to ease on up for you. Not because Halloween is coming and spooky season and all that stuff, just because. But I feel like you're into somewhat of some growth, but really within. And I feel like there's more success coming your way. So I'm going to say that your path is slowly opening. And I'm also going to say there was something that maybe you were a little bit afraid of that seems to be, or anyways, I feel like it's going to kind of be dissipating. It's kind of going to be kind of leaving into a certain way. So yeah, whatever it is, I don't know. There's like some type of fear that I see kind of leaving. It could be an anxiousness. It could be something of the such. Yeah. Elizabeth today. I feel like her energy feels calmer, lighter, almost like if she's trying to keep herself somewhat balanced. I feel like her thoughts about you, they're soft. I also feel like they're nice, but they're warm. I feel as though quietly there's a lot of things that she wants to say to you, but mostly that you do matter a lot to her and more than what she actually lets on. Into an angel message. You are being divinely protected. Every delay is leading you to a certain alignment. Oracle message. The universe is asking you to trust your heart. Love is guiding you towards the truth. Healing and joy. What is that? I don't know. I didn't go look. I guess I'll have to, Juanson. Healing and joy are coming. The path is being blessed for you. And let me go and see for some love messages. Then I'm going to go and see what's happening into PayPal. You're into my heart always. Love is always surrounding you. Even in silence, my soul whispers your name. And no one compares to the way that you make me feel. Hold on just 1 second. I'm going to go and validate something into PayPal. Hold on. And we have our beautiful Anna Lynn. So here we go for Anna Lynn. Before we do finish on up, we're going to put a timestamp for our beautiful Anna Lynn. So here we go. Yes, Elaine. Anna Lynn is going to be at 1:52. I don't necessarily see, sweetie. Oh, you just found out. Here we go for Annalyn. So hold on just one second. What are Christian's thoughts and feelings towards you after you spoke and reconnected after over 10 years? He was your fifth and sixth crush. Yeah, so you haven't spoken in years till you found him on social media. Okay, well, let's go and see what we've got with us, sweetie pie. Let me know what it is. Maybe just copy and paste it, Elaine, because the chat moves on through. There's a lot of things that change, and it's like putting a piece of a puzzle. So here we go for our beautiful Annalyn, sweetie. What do we've got? And I hope you're doing good, my love. All right. I feel like there's movement. I feel like there's action. I feel like it's a little bit ambitious, but I see a lot. Actually see celebration. I do see some interest into it. I feel like after reconnecting after so many years, I feel as though these thoughts and feelings towards you carry a little bit of that mix. Like I just said, there's a lot of emotions that are going through over here. We've got surprise, we've got nostalgia, we've got curiosity. It kind of feels like he could be remembering the past fondly, almost kind of replaying, who you were back then while noticing maybe where you're at this moment, how you've grown, how you've changed. Same thing for him. There's like a warmth into his heart, like a wow, after all this time, I can't believe this, we're speaking again. So it kind of makes him feel a little bit intrigued, but also kind of makes him feel a little bit sentimental. Now, if you're wondering about his intentions altogether, for the moment, I feel like his intentions are more about starting small, seeing where this reconnection could actually go, learning who you are now, what you've done. Same thing onto his side, vice versa. I don't feel like this is somebody who wants to rush into something. I don't feel as though he's holding on to any grand, I'm going to say, expectations at this moment, but he generally is open. There are possibilities. So I'm going to say his next actions are more a little bit of planning, maybe deciding whether you guys continue to talk like this, if you guys are going to meet on out. I feel like he's going to continue to kind of reach on out casually, kind of test the waters, see how things go, see if the doors are opening. But overall, I feel like this is a good reconnection. I feel like we're definitely open to explore. I feel like his energy is one that is steady, but like I said, it's one that's cautious. It's not impulsive. We want to take our time. So just kind of follow a little bit with the flow that he's going towards. Look out to his intonations, what he says, kind of follow on through so you don't miss those little nudges every once in a while, because there will be some nudges that will come on through. So I feel like this could be the beginning of something that could definitely grow into something that could be better, bigger, if you guys nurture it. For the moment, I'm going to say reconnection. I'm going to say friendship. Depending how all of this goes, it could definitely turn out to be something more. But for the moment, we're moving into a very secure kind of a way. Very cautious, very intrigued. Kind of feel like we want to update altogether. Is basically what I'm getting over here, sweetie pie. Yeah. That's it. You see, it's absolutely perfect. Good for you, my beautiful Elaine Tag. Good for you, sweetie pie. Well, I'm glad for you, my beautiful Annalyn. But like I said, for the moment, my sweetie pie, it's one little step at a time. So we want to move on forward. We want to figure things out, but slowly, slowly, slowly. So just when he opens a door, you can open a door. And if you're curious, sometimes you can kind of gently open up a little bit of a door, see where that's going to go. But take your time. Let's not rush anything. Yes. I am sending you much love, my beautiful Annalyn, and good for you, sweetie pie. Good for you. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if you got into a relationship with one of your crushes of years ago? That would be so cute. Honestly, that would be adorable. So I'm going to say sweet dreams to everybody, and we'll see each other tomorrow, same place, same time. So sweet dreams, my beautiful loves, and congratulations, my beautiful Elaine. Good night, sweetie pies.